the Comic DF.
What is up, besties? It is your girl, the Karmic DF, back to you again with an emergency reading that I have been wanting to do so badly. So yes, it is Russell Brand. I'm going to give a PSA because I know people like to hyper stalk. I am a very huge fan of his YouTube channel. It's someone with that big of a platform that can really just be like, hey, the blue side and the red side don't care about your best interests. So to see someone that's more on the woke side getting accused of stuff is really, really freaking shitty because they really can spin this. So I just want to remind y'all that regardless of his character, the work that he's done on YouTube, I'm not giving him an excuse here, but all I'm saying is that does not make everything that he's put out already not true. You know what I mean? Because I can just feel that the media is going to have a freaking field day with this. That was like the reason that I wanted to get on this so quick, because you guys need to remember two things can be true at the same time. Someone can be an awful human being, but still somehow contribute to the world. And I gotta say, his YouTube channel has done a lot in terms of exposing shit. So this is why I'm so torn with this reading, because I will always believe a victim, always, because me too, girl, me too. But it just sucks to see a woke one getting taken down. So that being said, as always, if you guys like readings like this, please leave it a like. It really does help my channel. Leave a comment down below and things that I may not understand fully that you may be able to fill in the gaps. Let me know what you guys want to see in future videos. Subscribe, hit that notification bell, share this with people so that they know what's going on too, because the truth is hard to find, y'all. But that being said, first I want to start directly with the oracles and figure out what is his true character like? And then we can really go from there. Because as a fellow recovered addict, alcohol was my vice. But, you know, people do change. And that being said, you know, he could have been bad then, good now. I don't know. So let's actually look into it before we actually point fingers. You know, innocent until proven guilty. Well, yeah, this sucks. It's a shitty day for woke people. You know what I mean? But as always, let's get into it. And these are allegedly and for entertainment purposes only. No facts here. Oh, man, Russell, you really screwed us. Let's get started. Spirit guides, ancient ancestors, angels. What do we really need to know about Russell's character? Like, I don't know. My eyes are drawn to the fool's gold. Yeah, I'm hearing, okay, but you put on quite a show, really had me going, but it's over now. Yeah, I would not be shocked if that is what his personality is. But all right, let's see if I can get some information. That was the vibe I got. This is why I felt the need to give a PSA. Okay. 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 So allegedly for entertainment purposes only. I knew there was a reason I felt the need to go on a tangent. Atonement being the first card, y'all. This is giving me the vibe of like, I'm hearing the song from Wicked, I have been changed for good. I'm not giving excuses, so please do not come for me in the comments. I'm part of me too, so don't come for me. That being said, sometimes the truth is in gray area. It's not black and white. We're really quick to judge people, and I understand. That being said, do I feel like he did it right away? Probably, yes. That being said, I think the reason that he has changed and done the YouTube thing and now is speaking, it's giving me the vibe of like, I'm hearing like indoctrinated. I was indoctrinated into the celebrity culture of like, this is okay, take this pill, do these drugs, drink these drinks. It's okay to disrespect women. It's okay to do this, that, and the third. So what this feels like is someone's journey. That's kind of what I'm feeling here. It's with the first card being atonement. I feel like that's why I was like, this is not lining up with the Russell we know. That is because, you know what I'm seeing is like when someone passes away and then it puts you into perspective. You're like, wow, life is too short. I'm reflecting on what I really care about, on what is, and that's this whole, is this me? I'm reflecting on what I really care about. Does that add up to who I want to be? I feel like something, somewhere for him, something was a switch in his mind and he realized that he didn't want to be that person anymore. I think, again, in which we've seen in all the pop culture readings, I have a whole playlist, go check them out. But this is giving the vibe of I wanted to get out of that energy. It's like I woke up, I can see, yeah, I'm hearing the song. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. It's like when Spirit's showing me like high school. That's a really great example, Spirit. You know how in high school you're the new guy, you're coming in and you're like, you're young and you're impressionable. And I'm not saying that he was young and impressionable. I'm just saying like he's been in the business for a while, right? So I don't remember when he started exactly, but it's given the vibe of like you get into the cool boys club and you think that's normal because that's what everybody's obsessed with. Like, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm hearing 90-10 in my head. So I'm not making an excuse, guys. Please do not twist my words. I'm telling you that a lot of times it's gray area. It's not black and white. So what I'm seeing is more so like, is him teetering the line. It's like all these girls want me because I'm famous. And most of the time it's reciprocated, right? And so like, I almost see like misunderstanding like cues, like some girls that are like, oh no, don't. But they really mean keep going. And it's like, I'm not making an excuse, y'all, so don't come for my throat. I'm simply saying, I think he's stupid. Respectfully, it's giving unevolved men up until we really started to push the agenda of respect females, which shouldn't even be an agenda. It should just be fucking common sense. I don't even care that I swear in this video because it makes me angry. But that being said, it's given the vibe of like going to school, right? You're the new kid and you're like, you want to fit in. And then somehow it's like the cool kids take you under their wing and now you've become a part of it and that's now your reality because that's all you know. And what we've seen in all of these readings is that there is a promotion here of disrespecting females, of doing drugs and alcohol. That is literally why in big megastar songs, they're always talking about popping pills and popping bottles and doing drugs, yet they're against drugs and alcohol, right? Make it make sense. That being said, I feel like there was a time in Russell's life where he was respectfully a piece of shit. I'm not going to lie. I see what I see. And he loved it. He supposedly he got sober in 2002. I'm getting the nod no though. So what I wonder almost is maybe he didn't get sober until he got out of this and started more towards the YouTube era. I could kind of get that vibe from this as well. It's just giving me the energy of like, Spirit keeps bringing me back to myself of how if you would take into account who I was in my 20s, I was a party girl. I was constantly drinking to fit in and to feel like I was a part of something. And, you know, I did not make the best decisions. And if they came back to me now, like, yeah, it would suck. And I'd probably have to make an apology video too, to some extent. You know, I mean, ask me, I'll tell you what I've done, what I haven't done. I have no shame here. But that being said, it's just kind of the vibe of like, it's not okay. It is wrong. But there is this separation that I feel in his energy where it's like he can't even wrap his mind around it. It's almost like I don't resonate with that person anymore. And so he really does believe that it's not true to some extent. I don't know how far that goes. It just feels like a learned helplessness, like I'm lying to myself because it's too painful to go back there type of thing. Like when someone's freshly sober, but they don't want to look at their past stuff because then they'd have to accept it. It's kind of given that vibe. And it's like, instead of accepting the bad things that I did, this and that can be true. Like I went off on a tangent in the beginning. That's the vibe here. It's like, I don't know her. That's what I just heard in my head. I don't know her. But it's not in terms of the girls. It's more of like, I've changed. And so because I've changed and this is the person that I always knew that I could be, I'm having an issue coming to terms with all of this now coming out. Why are you coming after me? And it's giving this like learned helplessness again. And I truly think that he does believe that the mainstream is a part of this. And I can understand why he's concerned about that because I do believe that who Russell is today, right now, is not who he used to be. Like, I'm sorry. I'm not saying what he did is right. I do believe that you should own up to what you've done. And I do believe that if he is decidedly to go to jail, then that's what should happen. I'm not downplaying what these girls have gone through. We will look into it in the cards. But this was the vibe I got before I even pull the cards. It's like he lived a different life and that's just not who he is anymore. You know what oh my God. All right, for my conspiracy theorists, you could potentially run with this, but I'm seeing the movie Split, and I'm hearing it wasn't me, it's Patricia. It's not me, it's Patricia. And I got angel numbers on my phone when I said that. So could there be some sort of fragmentation of the mind? Could there be potentially because I've seen this with a lot of actors and actresses where they've been through a lot of trauma because of the industry itself. The industry's a problem. Let's remember that here. But they either get fragmented, they develop bipolar, we've seen these people. Look at Kanye West losing his freaking mind right now. It feels like the byproduct of the industry. That's the vibe of this. It's the byproduct of a bigger problem. It's the industry. Because like with envious gluttony in the middle, it's like, how do I word that, spirit? Like I'm hearing the song Poor Little Old Me, Little Old Me. I'm hearing the song Somebody That You Used to Know. And notice how like that person's like frail, they're empty inside. And remember there's the accusations of his eyes going like black. There might be something here with mental health. I don't know, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. But look at how this is like a shell of a person, right? So who he was back then is not who he is today. I'm not making excuses for it. You still have to own up to your crimes. What I'm saying is who he is today is not the same person, which is why I feel like he thinks that this is a reach. I can't really blame him. It's all coming out right now. I get it. That being said, is he lying? I do believe so, but I also feel like he's lying to himself because I also feel like he hasn't come to terms with his past. With Atonement being the first card right away, I'm telling you right now, this YouTube is a byproduct of him trying to change his life and trying to do better. And that is why even I had an issue with this because it's just like, are you kidding me? He's one of the good ones. But the problem is he became a good one after the fact, and he hasn't paid for his sins. But Triumph of Lies being at the back of the deck, yeah, I'm pretty sure he did it. That being said, I do feel like there's some sort of fragmentation of the mind. I can't believe that card didn't come out. Yeah, he's really trying to change. Peaceful Among Thorns. I'm not a part of this anymore. I've removed myself from the people that used to help me become this way. I'm trying to... He talks about meditation all the time. This man, I know it's fucked, but he's changed. That doesn't mean that it's right. It means he changed. That's really all that it is. Yeah, I think he did. Let's look at the cards. But yeah, I think back then in the industry, he was a different person. I just can't help but notice the imagery of like the eyes here. And it's like shell of a person's what I keep hearing. So again, with the conspiracy theories, why was his eyes black? Or why did people say that he flipped a switch? Because I'm really being drawn to that. So is it possible that maybe the trauma turned into an MPD type of thing, allegedly for entertainment purposes only? Because it just feels like, yeah, blinded to pain. It feels like he was a different person back then. It feels like he wasn't, like it's really drawing me to like dissociation, like just not really being present in the body, like being in the energy. When I touch the cards that are more about his past energy, it's very foggy. It's very, like, that's why I almost wonder if he really believes his own shit, because what if he wasn't really mentally there for it? You know what I mean? And especially with time, you tend to forget stuff. And especially with that industry where they normalize being disgusting and disgraceful towards women. I'm not excusing it. I'm trying to paint you the full picture. I'm not saying he shouldn't go to jail if he did these things, which I kind of believe he did. I just think that we all need to understand that things are not black and white. And if we want to move forward in a healthy environment, then we need to understand the complexity of human nature. And I feel like he's changed. I know. I hear it. Let's look at some tarot, shall we? Let's take a look at these allegations. Let's make sure that, allegedly, that these people are... Why would they lie, honestly? Most don't. But, with him saying that the media is probably after him, we got to take a look at it to see if that's true or not. So I guess next we'll take a look at these girls as a whole. Is this true? I feel like we already know, but this is all alleged for entertainment purposes only. Again, as a freaking reminder, there are no facts here, but the truth of Hollywood remains the same. That is facts. Like, it's disgusting. It just feels like he kind of got out of it. But that being said, let's take a look. What went on? Are these girls telling the truth, Spirit? What went on? All right. What went? Oh, fuck. Yeah, he did it. I'm sorry. I don't even need more cards than that one card. Did they like go to his house or something? Like, why does this feel like... This feels like, I'm hearing, I can make you a star. I feel like he made promises to people allegedly for entertainment purposes only. I feel like he definitely used his fame to get the ladies. I do feel, and I'm sorry, I can't shake it, but I do feel this ignorance from him back then, which is why I feel like the atonement makes so much sense. This feels like, I'm hearing the song Womanizer. It's like an unevolved man. I hate to say it, but it's a guy who feels like he's an F-boy, who goes to the parties, who's known to be the F-boy, and it's just kind of like you expect this from him. Oh my God, that's right, because didn't they say that there was like a WhatsApp group chat warning people about celebrities or stuff, and he was in it? Yeah, I feel like everybody knew this about him, and so, you know how, okay, how do I word this, Spirit? You know the mother that like thinks her son is the world and refuses to accept that he's anything else, and because she overdoes it, he becomes toxic because the mother doesn't really like think of a teenage boy, right? And he could do no wrong, and like say the first thing happens at school where like he lifted her dress, right? And then the mom's like, my son would never do that, he is so perfect. And you're learning through that parent that you can get away with things because that parent is just like love bombing you almost to make up for their own. This is giving me like the industry's the mom, and all these celebrities that do this effed up stuff is the kid. It's like they learn that it's giving like, thank you, Spirit. Okay. You know how like, and I'm sorry if you're a Mormon, I don't even know why you're watching my stuff, but you know how like, I believe it's Mormons, where they're kind of like just grown to believe in their own reality, and anything else is just like, it's not real. Like we don't F with technology because we're Mormon or whatever the rules are, right? When you are so brainwashed by like some sort of religion, everything outside of that's not real, right? Because it's your beliefs. And so there is a belief system in the industry itself that they can get away with this stuff, that it's wanted because you're famous, even when they say, no, we truly believe that you mean yes. Like, it's very brainwashy, culty is the only way that I know how to explain this. It's like, once you get in the door, you are not like a normal human being. And we really need to understand this. This is why I don't like that people worship celebrities, because their whole ethics and moral system, thank you, Spirit, is completely different than what we understand and what we believe to be morally right versus, thank you, Spirit, morally repugnant. That's a big word. But what I'm getting already is just like, I can make you a star. Why are you upset? Like, I can almost see like, why are you pissed at me? Like, I'm fucking Russell Graham. Aren't you grateful that I would want you? Like, that's the vibe. And again, this is old energy because I'm asking about the girls. So it's this learned ignorance that we're seeing across the board. Danny Masterson, I did that reading, and then look, his wife just left him. Go check out my reading. But it's the vibe of like, the industry trained you to be this disgusting person that you probably wouldn't have been if you were never in the industry, if that makes sense. There is a bigger movement happening at a large global scale where we're seeing women taking their power back. So he's not going to be the last one. We've been seeing this for years. That being said, I think there's a bigger picture here that Spirit really wants to hone in on, where it's like, once you're a part of this industry, your moral compass is naturally like, this is north, right? Your moral compass goes like this, because in the industry, the rules don't apply to you. It's different. And they're used to like women throwing themselves, and I don't mean like in a wrong way. If you want to go fuck a celebrity and it's mutually consented, go for it, dude. Do you, boo? But it's just this idea of like, everybody wants me, and so when someone doesn't want me, it doesn't even register that they don't want me. It's like, oh, you're playing games, you want to mess. Like, they don't even realize that people don't want them. That's the vibe. It's like, I'm a superstar, everybody wants me. That's what I've been taught, and so I'm going to assume that you want me. It's a weird type of like its own brainwashing kind of. Okay. Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. Remember how I was like, maybe he said things like, I could get you your job, or maybe I was just rambling on about how they work. But that's honestly what I'm seeing here. Because I was asking about the girls. I feel like allegedly for entertainment purposes only. I don't know if it's all of them. Maybe it's just one. Maybe it's a couple of them. I feel like they were promised something, and that never actually happened. So maybe it was a role. Maybe it was I don't know. Because I keep hearing the song, if you are what you say you are, a superstar, then have no fear. And I was just kind of letting it play because I was like, all right, whatever. I don't really understand the meaning. Now I'm kind of getting it. I feel like there were promises made to boost a career for at least one of these girls. I don't know how many, though. And that never happened. And now it's like, so I dealt with all this shit for nothing. I went through this for nothing. So I do feel like there's kind of, I hate to say this. Remember, guys, I'm not making excuses. I'm simply saying there's a gray area, and we have to remember life is not black and white, or we will never get anywhere as a species. That being said, this feels like a casting couch type of vibe, where it's like, I didn't really want this, but if I do this, I'll get the job I want. And then I never get the job I want. And now I'm pissed. This has been a burden. This has done something to my mental health. This has not helped me. And I feel disgusting, and I feel like I've been used and thrown to the side. And so now I'm going to go after you. That's kind of the vibe here. So I don't know which girl this is, but one of them for sure, like what I'm hearing is like bent their own moral compass for the greater good of her career. That's the vibe. I'm going to be honest. That's the first one coming up. That being said, I stick to the fact that I do feel like he's hurt some people, because the first card, Magician, reverse, that's someone who's a master manipulator. So I do feel like he played to their weaknesses. Like, were all these girls actresses or something, or were they trying to be in the industry? Because that's the vibe. It's like, I'm offering you something. If you're with me, then you get into, like, I just keep hearing A-list, and it's like, that never happened. And so, you know what? Instead of being upset about what's happened to me, I'm going to wreck your life the same way you wrecked mine, which, you know, good for you, girl. I support that. But yeah, it's just, yeah, I'm going to move on. Yeah, it's like all the work I put in. I feel, I don't want to say this. I don't know if it's all of them. I don't know if it's one of them. I don't know. Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. No facts here. There is definitely someone that is doing this because they didn't get rewarded for giving themselves to Russell. Allegedly. There was some sort of project, some sort of new venture. Maybe he offered her a show, a line in a show, a movie, whatever. He offered her something that never came. And she's like, all this, I put all this term in. I was smart about it, and now I'm stuck, and I'm left with all these emotions. I feel gross, and you're not. You're just still in the spotlight. You're still being worshipped, and I had to go through all that, and your promise fell through. Fuck this. Like, I'm going to go after you now. I'm going to get what's due to me. And then if I can't get justice, but you know what? I hate to say this, but I got to say what I see. I feel like if they had a choice, whoever this girl is that I'm picking up on, if she could get a lead role, she would drop the suit. Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. I don't know who I'm picking up on. So y'all can tell me if there's one of them that seems a little suspect, then it's her. I don't know. But there's just one girl here that, like, I'm hearing the song Womanizer. I feel like she already knew that. I feel like she didn't want to, but she did it. But she didn't want to. So there's that disconnect. And I feel like something was promised. It never came through. And then she got stuck with feeling like trash about herself and feeling pissed because no opportunities were given to her. And she's looking at what she can do next. And now I'm hearing the song Money, 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 Money. So, yeah. Remember how I said I do believe in victims. But that being said, I'm not going to sugarcoat what I see. I'm sorry. Okay, disconnect. What did I say? Why am I not seeing the devil card? That would be a really great card for, like, I was assaulted. But I'm seeing I'm disconnected from you because a fall through of a new financial opportunity. Because all you fed me was a dream. Listen, shit. Should I look into these girls a little bit differently? How many... Shit. Hold on. This is about money. What the hell? Oh, here's devil. Okay. All right. What's with it? Money. Guys. I feel like I'm going to have to word this differently. Because I'm not really feeling, God, I'm not feeling SA per se. I'm not, and I know that like you could argue that I'm partly biased, but I would never, because I would never. But that being said, like, I can't help that I see at least one person that's more upset about not being in the in the spotlight than she is about how she was treated. This is so much more about money, which is really freaking concerning. Because I'm hearing the song "You Want What You Can't Have." Ooh, girl, that's too damn bad. With the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, it's the lack of the follow through of money. I tied myself to you. I did these things I didn't want to do for you to fill my own legacy. I don't know that this is actual shit. I really need to rethink. Hold on. I'm gonna reset everything because this, let me look at the back deck. I'm angry. This does not feel like the R word. This feels like someone who's bitter. Maybe this is why I'm so drawn to keep hammering in gray area, because I don't feel like this is as black and white as we think it is. This is like someone who's angry because they didn't get what they were promised. And so now they're like, well, I'm going to get it in a different way then. I'm going to tear your whole life apart. And it's not giving me the vibe of I feel scared, I'm afraid of you, I'm not getting none of that. It's more like you didn't hold up your end of the bargain. That's the vibe. This is... If anything, you could have got him really drunk. Like maybe too drunk, and then it's like, oh shit, I don't remember yesterday. Maybe. But this is just giving me more of like, I gave you an offer that I had no intention of following through. It's giving me the vibe of someone who uses someone for sex. That's the vibe here. You know what? I'm gonna start this all over and try to word this differently. So we're gonna remove this and see if I can, because I'm not feeling it. I'm gonna be honest with you. Hold on. All right, I'm gonna bring Black Mirror out again, and I'm gonna focus it on the girls instead of him and see what we can get from that. So if we get some weird cards, then I got a problem, because I'm not picking up on anything that messed up. I'm picking up on your standard, I was used. That, I'm going to be honest, but I'm really going to try to find cards that say that it was not that. All right, allegedly for frickin' entertainment purposes only. Atonement in reverse? What? Is this me in reverse? What? Hiding your true self. Artificial heart in reverse. What the frick? Again, this is giving me the vibe of like, I'm tired of paying for what you've done. But that being said, I expected different cards to come out for someone who's been harmed. This artificial heart in the reverse. This is giving me the vibe of like, it's giving me the vibe of envy towards Russell starting his life over and not having to pay for what he's done. But it's not giving me the vibe of someone who's been harmed. This is frustrating. I'm trying, guys. I really am. Alone in the world. What? Give me something else. Blinded to the pain in reverse. I want to take my life back. No one sees me. I feel like I've been screwed. How are you going to just move on with your life? Oh, good one. How can you just walk on by, it's a song, without one tear in your eye? Don't you have the slightest feelings left for me? Maybe that's just your way of dealing with the pain, forgetting everything between our rise and fall, like we never loved at all. Why do I feel like these girls, allegedly for entertainment purposes only, are more mad about not getting some sort of clout, is the word I just heard, because I most definitely don't use that word. I don't use that word at all. I hate that word, to be honest with you. With is this me in the reverse? And usually I don't read reversals with this deck, but I'm just getting the nod. It's like you, as in Russell, getting on with your life is pissing me off because I didn't get to show myself. And so now I'm after you. I feel like there's something to what Russell's fucking saying. I'm not saying that he didn't do bad shit. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not. I do believe he is a womanizer. I do believe he does not respect women. I do believe he doesn't respect their boundaries. I see him in my mind's eye like grabbing someone's boob, like, oops, sorry. Or like I'm seeing like the Trump statement, like grab her and I've seen him do something like that. Oops, sorry. But it's like a learned ignorance. It's not if I don't know how else to word this to get cards that say that he did it because I'm just not getting cards. This is him. This is all about, let me look at the tarot. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm really trying to pull out of my cards that he assaulted them. And it's more of like how do I word this? Okay. So allegedly for entertainment purposes only. Let's say that I really want to be famous, right? Y'all know I sing. So I go and I want to sing. And I meet Russell, right? And Russell's like all over me. Like, oh, girl, he's so fine. Just touch my face. And I am feeding into it. Again, I'm not making excuses. Don't come at me. But I am feeding into it because I want what you can offer me, Russell. And so even though I don't want to do this, even though I'm uncomfortable with it, even though I don't want to be touched, oh, there's a drink. Cool. Let me drink some drinks. And now I'm on the couch and now we're doing it. And I'm just like, I wish this was over. I can't wait for this to be over. Now it's over. Now I'm going to get my fame. No fame. Are you fucking kidding me? And now I'm coming after you. That is the vibe. I cannot shake that. Why on earth would I make excuse for someone who outright R-words people? I'm not trying to do that. I swear to you I'm not. But I'm not getting that. So potentially what if one of them was telling the truth? Because like I'm being drawn to the girl that said she was outright R-worded against the wall. So what if one of them was telling the truth, but then we got bandwagoners happening? That's possible too. That's possible. But I'm not getting outright. How many, you know what? I got an idea. Hold up. Okay, so I just asked my Alexa how many people are accusing him, and they said 4. So we're going to pull a card for each person, and then that will help me. No, actually, you know what? I'll pull 2 cards for each person so that I can get some clarity in that, because I'm picking up on someone who was just, because now I'm hearing the song Fast Cars and Freedom. It's like, it's the vibe of like, I do my dues to the industry, and then I get my monetary gain. And then the gain doesn't come, and so I'm going to get the gain some other way. Oh, God, I hate to say this, but we got to remember the industry itself is really messed up. So, yeah, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. All right, so 2 cards each for these girls. So, all right, so girl A. Okay, so that must be the girl I was picking up on in the beginning. Girl B. Y'all. Girl C? Okay, girl C has potential. Okay, girl D. Again, are you kidding me? Back deck energy is the Empress in reverse. Not getting the recognition I want. This is a problem. This is a problem. I'm very concerned about this. All right, so girl A, 3 of Wands, 4 of Wands. This is someone that, again, looking towards the future, trying to make something. I feel like, did one of these alleged people, did it happen in his house? Because I could feel like that was, because what I'm feeling is like I'm in a place of comfort. I'm having fun, trying to figure out my next steps forward. And then I just heard grabby, grabby. I don't know. This, again, why am I not getting darker? 7 of Swords, the Devil. Like, there are cards. This is very concerning. This is very concerning. Why does this feel like these are people going after money allegedly for entertainment purposes only? Does that mean this one, let's move on. I'll go back to that maybe. That feels like the girl I read in the beginning. New project, new opportunity, an offer. Girl in the reverse. This feels like this. I'm hearing the song You Want What You Can't Have. Ooh, girl, that's too damn bad. Why do I feel like, okay, so if I know anything in terms of like what he does, he most definitely promises shit that he's not going to follow through with. Like, oh, girl, you're beautiful. You could be a star. Like, definitely does that. 100% he's a douchebag in terms of how he treats women. Not gonna, allegedly for entertainment purposes only, he's a douchebag. Allegedly for entertainment purposes only, he's a womanizing douchebag. I will 100% agree to that. But Page of Wands in reverse. Again, that is a new opportunity. Page of Pentacles, new opportunity. Pages are new opportunities. And this is being offered something tangible, physical, and I'm angry about it. Okay, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. Why do I feel like this girl might have been like offered like a commercial or something, and it's like it's not enough? As I'm saying this, I'm being drawn to finances. That's on the side of this card. This is unbelievable. Am I really picking up on 4 women that are capable of lying? I really thought that I was going to see some dark shit that I was going to be really upset about, and then I'd have to like deal with the fact that someone I was a really big fan of is a horrible person. But honestly, allegedly for entertainment purposes only, I feel like he's just a typical piece of shit. Because like, this one feels like she had a crush on him. Yeah, at the moment I said that, I heard that song, It's Just a Little Crush, not like I faint every time we touch. This is someone who, not as social, kind of more of an introvert, not as extroverted. And it's like, I want to be seen with you. I'm like, my eyes are like popping out of my head. I adore you. So he could have definitely taken advantage of her in terms of how he liked her, especially like with the 4 swords in reverse. That's a card where you could, in the upright, you could say that that's a person in bed, right? But with that being reversed, it's more of like I got out of my comfort zone to meet someone that I have like the hots for, I've always been into, and he turned out to be a horrible fucking decision. And now I'm hearing lover scorned in my head. What the hell? Is this possible? Let's move on to Girl D, and then we'll pull some cards. But this is not the vibe, y'all. This is not the vibe I was expecting. This is why you can't trust the fucking internet, dude. But anyway, heartbreak over a new opportunity that didn't come to fruition is Girl D. So, again, heartbroken over a new endeavor, like an excitement, a passion project is what I'm hearing. Thank you, Spirit. Doesn't come off the ground. Doesn't get off the ground. Who are these girls? Do we know anything about their? This feels like a girl that's like lover scorned. I loved you. I adored you. You took advantage of that. So I could see this being like, this could be something solid. Like you took advantage of me knowing that I adored you. This one is a potential yes. This girl is a potential yes. I'll give you a potential yes on this one. This one, no, I don't buy it. This one, no, I don't buy it. Maybe. Kind of yes, no, maybe. 2 of them are lying. I'm sorry. I said what I said. I know. Oh, God, I'm going to get canceled for not believing a victim when I am also a victim. This sucks. This is trash. But that should hold some weight, y'all, shouldn't it? Knowing that I'm a victim, why would I put down other victims because I'm a fan of somebody? I would never fricking do that. So that being said, I don't believe at least 2 of them. I'm going to pull regular cards. So let's leave this out somehow. There's never enough room. Never enough room. Anyway, Spirit, can we get any clarifying information with these girls? An opportunity not happening. Come on. This is the same cards I got in the beginning. This is so weird. They weren't allowed to speak their truth. I'll give you that much. They were not allowed to speak their truth. I'm hearing NDA. So I will go with that. They definitely could not talk about what happened, for sure. Because of him. Yeah, he manipulated the situation. So that being said, I do feel like a couple of them did want to come forward a lot earlier. They wanted their story told a lot quicker. And he definitely blocked that from happening. I feel like these were ones that happened earlier on in his reputation because, again, it's just, I'm seeing a younger Russell Brand right now in like my mind's eye. And it's like, we've shut you up. So I do feel like there was some It could have been management too that shut these girls up or something. But it's like a burden not worth having. I'm trying to tell my truth. I can't get it out there. I'm hearing the song Womanizer again. And there are plenty of songs that I could think of, not while I'm channeling, but that I could think of that would better represent someone that's been harmed. That's Russell. He definitely used his power. I don't know why I'm being drawn to pull in fours right now, but I am. So just go with it. He definitely had an ego problem, for sure. He did. These girls want to tell their truth. He was pissed about it. His ego is definitely bruised by these girls, or was at the time. Because notice how they're not looking at each other. I refuse to look at this. You know what this is kind of giving me a double vibe of like, again, it's like someone who is recently sober, and it's like, I don't want to be exposed to alcohol. I don't want anything to do with alcohol. Don't have it in the house. I don't want to be around it. Let's go to a restaurant without alcohol. Like, it's given the vibe of like, I've moved on from this part of my life and I don't want this out there. So I definitely think there's a gray line that he crossed. There is a line that he crossed. What's after the moon? He like used women to cope in his own weird way. I'm not saying it's okay. I'm just saying what I see. Because behind closed doors, it's like I'm more aggressive. I'm more adventurous. I'm trying to live out my playboy energy. Like, to get rid of the sadness that I have inside, this emptiness, which is not shocking because he was an addict. Why is the Ace of Swords reversed? I want to separate myself from all of this. He's just coming right back in. Are they blind? Can they like somehow keep my cards from telling me if he did it? This is weird. Why am I not getting anything? I don't have a better deck for this. Like, heartless for sure. He was definitely heartless back then. I'm not going to pretend that he was a good dude back then. He wasn't. He definitely wanted them to shut up about things back then, for sure. But now it's like putting the past behind me. Yeah, it's like I've moved on from this cycle. I've slowed down. I feel like maybe he was worried about I think he's always to an extent been worried about this, because I feel like part of him did know that he pushed the line, which again, I feel like that's why he's got this you know what it's the great example, Spirit. What was it's not 8 passengers. They were like a Mormon group, 19 and counting, 18 and counting, whoever the hell they were. When the parents got found out because they were bad, and like a kid coming out and now like doing good in the world to make up for the bad. It's like removing myself from it because I now realize it's bad. I've been brainwashed into thinking it's good. I'm removing myself from it. Now I want to start something good. That's the vibe of all of this. It's like, I know it was bad. I didn't realize it was as bad as they're saying that it is. I know that I definitely teetered on the line like everybody in the industry does, not making excuses, but it's just this vibe of like, I can't believe this happened. I'm completely distraught. I feel like I have nowhere to turn. He definitely does believe that the media is after him for sure. And I don't mean to laugh. It's just like, it's not necessarily the media. It's just like your actions are coming to get you. But again, there just feels like so much about money. Oh my God. The moment I said that, I heard the Nicki song, I think or Cardi, I confused the two, where it's like, I don't really need the D, I need the money. And that is a very concerning line to pop into my head during this reading. I don't really care about the D, I need the money. I feel like I'm not victim blaming. I'm simply saying I feel like women disrespected their own moral compass at a chance for fame. Which happens. We know that. Okay. The past coming to get him, yeah. But I've started over. I'm not saying what he did is right. I'm simply saying that he has changed. I'm sorry. It is what it is. It's what I see. He has changed. He looks at the past with disgust. He doesn't want to be attached to that anymore. It almost feels like I'm reading two different people. That's how different this is. Like, for my conspiracy theorists, you could argue that he's been replaced by a different person because the energy of who he was then is not the energy of who he is today. Today, he is somebody who has a lot of motivation to add to the world. But that is not who he was back then. but he was also on a lot of substances. You know what? I keep being shown the date 2002 of his supposed recovery. I don't know that I believe that he recovered in 2002. I feel like he recovered later. Or maybe like the industry was feeding him drugs or something. I don't know, but it's just given this vibe of like, I removed myself from this because I knew that this was all sorts of effed up. Yeah, contracts gone south. Okay, what about that? Okay, we could pull into that. Looking at all I put in. Willing to lose it all. Okay, either he's delusional or this guy did not do it to the extent that it's been said. Like I said, I think there's two potentials, but I'm just not getting, guys, I'm not getting it. I'm not getting it. I'm sorry. I'm not. Spirit, you want to retap me into girl 1 and 2? I just keep seeing people chasing fame. I'm not going to lie. And I just keep hearing the song, you want what you can't have. Ooh, girl, that's too damn bad. And I'm not hearing the second part where he does say, end up with 2 back hands. I'm not hearing that part. This is just giving me the vibe of girls that wanted fame. Oh my God, this sucks. Okay, this is going to be my last pull and then I'm going to call it a day. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be like, Spirit team, if a girl was actually R-worded, show me her story and then let's see what happens. Okay, let's see. What happened if happened? Allegedly. Come on. Okay. Bad luck. Decision not worth having. Trying to move on. Trying to recover from the mental toll this took on me. Okay. Trying to release the burden of this and all the stress that it caused me. Getting unstuck. Oh, now I'm hearing the song. This is my fight song. Take Back My Life song. So remember how I said there was a couple of maybes? Okay, now I'm starting to feel it. Why? I've separated from him. Okay. Oh. Moving on with my life. Okay, so there is a girl here that I could see that there's definitely some emotional, like there's some mental health issues going on because of whatever happened. I feel that he was verbally abusive towards her, for sure. I definitely think that there was a power play in terms of this one, where just like, almost like You Need Me. Yeah, because now I'm hearing the song You Needed Me by Rihanna, where, again, it's just him using his power. I mean, you could take death literal. Maybe a death threat, maybe allegedly for entertainment purposes only, but this is giving me more the vibe of like trying to move on from this and finding my happiness outside of what happened. I feel like he tried to make this one right. Like kind of like a bribe almost is what I'm hearing. Like maybe he realized that he did wrong, and so it was like, oh, I was just immature back then. I was just being an asshole. I'm sorry. How about this show? How about this new adventure? How about like how do we make this right type of vibe? So, okay. Okay, remember how I was picking up on something drinks and stuff? Drinks being overdone or overindulged, like here have another, that's kind of the vibe that I'm getting. It's like, I don't want to drink anymore. So it's almost kind of giving me the vibe of like a guy feeding you drinks at the party, so that I just heard the word loose. I don't agree with that at all, and that's disgusting. If you're a man, never say that or get off my page. I don't need you. But it's just giving the vibe of like trying to loosen her up, if you know what I mean. So I definitely believe that he was feeding a girl drinks for an end game of his own. And now I'm seeing Brock Turner in my head. I don't know if that was global, but this could have been a taking advantage of you while you're blackout situation. That I could see. That I could see. So I do think at least one of them is telling some sort of truth. Yeah, I can't move on from this. How do I make a way to move forward? His life's okay. Mine's not. My life's crumbling. It wasn't even my fault. There's definitely one solid victim here for sure. For sure. Okay. All right. Now we're getting into something. Yeah, I can't move on. Now I'm worried about my finances. Again, I feel like there's some sort of money talks with all these girls. I feel like they've been talked to before in terms of money because I heard NDA, but it's just giving me like, I can't move on from this. I feel like I'm a victim. Maybe I'm a homebody. I just can't, I can't cope with what happened. So this girl here, I do believe could have either, worst case scenario, been roofied allegedly for entertainment purposes only, but this is giving me the vibe more so of like being fed drinks by the douchebag at a college party, and then like you're barely coherent, and that's when he goes after it. Kind of like taking what's not mine. Yeah. Okay. This one has some substance. Yeah, this is, wait a hot minute. Isn't Katy Perry a water sign? If y'all want me to do a reading on their relationship, let me know. Because I feel like we might be able to get some information. Maybe this happened while he was with Katy. Because I was immediately drawn to Katy Perry, and then it's like Ace of Swords. I'm getting look at that, a double message here. That being removed from a relationship. Maybe this was when he was with Katy, or right after they split. Is there a girl that said that this was happening around the time that he was with Katy or right after they separated? Because that would be the girl that I believe. This is like, I can't speak my truth. He's with his, yeah, because I'm hearing the song I'm in love with another man, but it's giving me the vibe of like Russell was with someone else. And Katy's a water sign. And I was kind of interested in looking at their story. I knew better. You didn't care about me. You were too busy focused on what things could do for you. Okay, so there's definitely at least one person that's telling the truth. But again, I don't know the extent of what the allegations are. You know what? This almost, I could see this being the girl that said that she was pushed against the wall. I could see that. The girl that was pushed up against the wall that said she was R-worded. That might be this one. That's kind of the vibe. Because it's giving me like, I cared, I was into you, I cared about you, I was a fan. I did get a home kind of vibe. So maybe they were together at his home, or I don't know, but it's just giving me the vibe of like, that girl might be telling the truth. I don't know who I'm picking up on. You guys, let me know in the comments. I haven't done a lot of research on this. I wanted the truth out there because you know how media spins shit. So that being said, I'll just summarize real quick. Two of them are definitely lying. Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. I realize how freaking... Yeah, because the moment I said that, I was drawing my fool's gold. Y'all know what that means. Y'all know what that means. That's money, honey. But that being said, you know what it almost kind of gives me? I'm seeing... Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, I think it was Law & Order SVU. Bear with me here. There was an episode where it was like, these girls were saying that they were all hurt by some guy. And what was actually going on was one girl was hurt by the guy, but she didn't want to come forward. And so other people were saying that they got hurt so that the guy got justice and she got her justice, but it wasn't the girl. It was other people lying. And so it's complicated because it's like these girls are like trying to help that one girl, but they're also lying in order to do it. This makes me nervous because I feel like part of this is true, and I almost heard mistrial. So I wonder if moving forward, because I do believe that two of them were in it for money, there's a chance that the girl that I picked up on that felt the most legit may not be believed. I feel like we're going to see some shit go down. I feel like this, you know what this almost feels like to me? I'm going to be honest, and then I think I might leave it at this. This gives me the next Amber Heard, Johnny Depp trial to binge watch, because now it's keeping you away from looking at something else. Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. I can't help but be drawn to that right now. And it's like, and now I'm seeing like a kid looking under the bed. It's like, what are we not looking at? And now I'm being drawn back to Russell when he talks about how the media plays into a narrative to try and get people to shut up. So I feel like he has a little bit of truth in that. I do feel he could be onto something, but two things can be true at the same time. Let me take advantage of this situation. I find a way to take you down so you're not telling the truth online, but at the same time, what we got on you is true. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, I feel like there is more to this story. So if you guys want me to do a part 2, let me know, because this is just all sorts of messy, and it's making my head hurt. But yeah, to summarize, I feel like 1 to 2 girls are telling the truth, and 2 of them are angry because they didn't get what was promised to them, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. I'm going to leave it at that. Let me know what you guys want to see in future videos. I'm sorry that this was so complicated, but like I said, life is not black and white. And I hope that you guys understand that I was just trying to get you the truth and not just what we want to hear. So yeah, if you like these videos, please give it a like. Let me know what you want to see in future videos in the comments down below. Let me know if you could fill in any of the gaps for me of anything that I didn't fully get. Subscribe, share this video if you want. Check out my other pop culture readings. People have been asking me. Yes, I am available for personal readings. You have to book on the links below, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Love y'all. Stay safe. Get away from freaking A-list celebrities if you have the ability to get near one, because like I've been saying in all these videos, these celebrities are just not who we think they are. But that being said, either Russell had someone switch lives with him and now he's this whole new person, or he's really just, he's changed. I don't know. It is what it is. I'm going to leave it at that. I love y'all. I'm sorry that this was so gray and not what you were expecting, I'm sure. But yeah, I'm going to leave it at that, besties. Bye. Love y'all.